It's the nation's favourite antiques experts. Behind the wheel of a classic car.
This is the ejector bomb.
And a goal to scar Britain for antiques.
Where's my yellow submarine?
The aim to make the biggest profit at auction. But it's no mean feat. There'll be worthy winners and valiant losers.
It's cheap firewood.
Will it be the high road to glory
We look really cool in this.
or the slow road to disaster?
Oh, I don't know what I'm driving.
This is Antiques Road Trip. Yeah. It's a brand new outing with a very familiar couple of experts. Reunited just a few short years after they were first paired up with great effect.
Margie, it's so lovely to be back on the road with you.
Likewise.
I loved our last trip when we were out together.
And there's lots more fun to be had this time, not to mention a degree of healthy competition between Tim Medhurst and by his side, Margie Cooper.
I can't really remember who won, but that doesn't matter.
Oh, I remember.
Oh,
I remember. Mwah.
yeah. How could we forget?
Yes, thanks, Margie. Good to get it out there. One thing that'll certainly be different this time, though, is their unusual electric motor.
I think it's great, actually.
And do you know what it was, though, originally?
No, tell me.
This was a South African fire engine.
A fire engine.
Yep, the VW crew cab dates from 1970 and was originally purposed for extinguishing bushfires.
What's strange is that you would think of a fire engine as red, but this is the original colour as well.
Yeah, well, that would be because you don't want to frighten the animals in the bush.
Unlike a roaring inferno or an alarm bell, of course.
I bet you can't wait to drive it.
No, I can't. They were really good.
That's my turn.
She's as competitive as ever. Margie is a dealer from Cheshire with a speciality in silver, but a fondness for anything with a...
Bit of age.
While Dorset-dwelling Tim, also a dealer, plus an expert in coins, is equally enamoured with a genuine antique.
I like the earlier the better.
So there. And with £200 apiece for each outing, they'll be in search of treasure that can earn the most profit at auction. Best of 5.
What are your tactics?
Well, I will keep an eye out for coins. They don't often turn up in an antique shop, but when they do, you can pick them up and do well with them. So I'll keep my eyes open. You watch out, Margie.
That's their spirit. Their journey begins on the Lancashire coast and continues via Merseyside towards a tour of Wales, ending up in the capital at Cardiff. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, eh?
Now we're off to Blackpool.
Blackpool is an amazing place. I mean, which seaside resort has 3 piers for a start?
Yeah.
Anybody who was anybody in showbiz wanted to have a season there.
Not half. Their first shopping experience, together again, will take them deep into Lancashire. But they start out, like Margie said, in one of our most historic resorts, where the Golden Mile is actually over 1.5 miles long, and they have one of the oldest electric tramways in the world. Plus, sea bathing is available all year round.
I thought you said Blackpool was sunny, Margie.
Luckily, neither of them will be required to expose as much as an ankle today, though. What with Regent awaiting them.
Oh, thank you very much.
Also, a working cinema.
Very cool, isn't it?
Right, left or right? Go on, hurry up, hurry up.
I'll go left.
All right.
£200 each to spend, remember?
An eclectic mix. That's what you call it.
Yeah, and there's plenty of it too, look.
Wait, a whole piano, £175. All the keys and everything. Amazing.
Oh, the band is definitely back together all right.
Oh, it's lovely to see Tim again. I really enjoy his company. He's a nice chap. He's so knowledgeable about coins and all that. If he comes across a coin, he could wipe me out in one coin.
Cheer up, Margie. Might never happen.
Now, sometimes when you think of souvenirs, you sort of think of a fridge magnet or maybe a pen. But this is how you do a souvenir. Look at that. It's brass and it's a tea caddy. And look, it's from the British Empire exhibition of 1925. The exhibition was in Wembley, and on the top here you can see there's an embossed lion, which was the emblem of the exhibition.
The original Wembley Stadium was built for the event, at a cost of £750,000.
I think it opened in 1924 and then reopened again in 1925. And this one here is commemorating the exhibition of 1925. And it was sold as a souvenir by Lipton's Tea. It's priced at £24. It is a little bit bashed around, but it's 100 years old and it's seen a life. It speaks of an era gone by, really, but I'll pop it back there, and it's one to think about, I think.
Full to the brim, this place. And Carol will be the person to talk to when required.
Oh, look at this little dinky little thing. What an amazing little thing. It's a little diary from 1894. Look at the condition of it. Obviously been in a drawer somewhere for all those years. Look at the maker, Fitch & Sons, Bishopsgate Street, London. And inside, a little diary to... Oh, my goodness, look. It's not been used. And that is so unusual. How many years is that? 130 years old. Would you believe it? That is absolutely gorgeous. Very rare to see something as old as that in that condition. It's £150. I mean, it's rare and unusual, but all I can say is I enjoyed looking at that. I really did.
I'm sure that in lieu of an actual purchase, Margie's man, dealer Steve, will be pleased to hear it. Aye, aye.
Now, at first glance, this mirror, I would have hoped to be 19th century, maybe even early 19th century. But on a closer look, with the engine-turned decoration here, machine decorated, I would think it's probably later. We're looking at early 20th century. But the best thing about it, and what is quite fashionable, is this convex mirror plate. And some of the 19th century mirrors with a convex plate can make many hundreds of pounds. I can't believe it. I thought it said £45, but that's the stall number. The price is only £10. I'm not going to haggle on that. On reflection, I think that's going to be a good buy.
Do you see what he did there?
Carol, hello.
Hello. Hi, Tim.
Now, I've found, Carol, this wonderful convex mirror.
OK.
And it says £10
Yes.
on it. I'm going to give you your £10 note.
OK.
Thank you very much. Nice to see you again. Take care.
They don't get much easier than that. But what about Margie?
This is unusual, isn't it? Egyptian revival, it's a fob watch. We look all this enamelled work on both sides. Looks like glass pendant at the bottom. There's something about that, isn't it nice? 1920s would go on your watch. Interesting, it looks quality, doesn't it? None of it's chipped. But you've got sort of like a Egyptian figure, some kind of falcon.
Ancient Egyptian style, popular during the late 19th and early 20th centuries. And that was further boosted by the excavation of Tutankhamun's tomb in 1922.
It's priced at 95. Let's see if I can get a deal on that. I'll just have a last look round, but that's a strong contender.
A lot more than Tim's £10, of course.
This is good, isn't it? A Victorian silver-plated lemon squeezer. So you put half your lemon in there, whiz it down. Should be a bowl there, obviously. So it's what, 1890, 1900? And the price is 85. If there's a deal on it, I think that's quite interesting. Honestly, the things they used to have in the Victorian household, they had an item for every single thing you did.
Silver-plated.
Whether or not it'll squeeze me a profit is another thing.
Crikey, they're both at it today. Time to converse with Steve about her shortlist.
Right, here they go.
Hi.
Hello. Let's talk prices. The lemon squeezer.
Be 45.
Yeah.
Ticket price, 85, remember?
How much for the two? How much would that be then?
80 the pair.
I'm being an indecisive woman. You ever met one of those? Go on, we'll do it.
Making the fob 35 and the squeezer 45.
Let's hope Lady Luck
Yeah.
smiles on me.
Have a good time squeezing lemons.
Thanks, Steve.
squeeze.
£120 left over.
Isn't that nice? Look. There's profit right there.
But when in such a very famous seaside resort, you do also have to experience something of what made the place so unique. And first, amongst many competing claims, is a certain stick-shaped confectionery. After all, it's got Blackpool running right through it.
Gonna make rock.
This must be it.
And our promenaders are about to find out how it's done. What fun.
Ah, these must be for us, Margie.
Oh no. Oh no, not hairnet.
Right.
Oh, no.
The nutty professor.
I suppose it's health and safety, isn't it?
Might suit you, dear.
How do I look?
You've never looked lovelier.
Thank you.
Oh,
Oh, no, that's in your eyes. Oh, electric shock.
oh gosh.
You look gorgeous. I'm going to have the collar up.
Trendy.
Come on, let's go and find this
Trendy.
rock.
They've been making fairground rock since the 19th century, although it didn't have the stripes or the letters then. But in 1887, a Yorkshire sweet stall holder called Ben Bullock came on holiday to Blackpool and was inspired to create its trademark confection. And by the time that George Formby wrote a song about the stuff in the 1930s, there were already several factories here trying to cope with the demand.
So, Tony, is this where you boil it up?
This is where it all starts, but it has to be a really fierce flame to get
Yeah.
so the rock's here.
Scary, isn't it? Oh, it's bubbling. Witch's brew, isn't it?
Time now to carefully pick up the mixture of boiling sugar and glucose and pour it out.
Oh, my Lord. It could go on their feet. Oh, my Lord. Look at that.
Just don't try this at home, though.
Good gracious me, you do that every day. Right, now what you doing?
So we're putting the colour in for you. This is the gold.
Yeah.
It will look a lot more gold than that.
What is that?
This is a natural caramel colour.
Right,
We have to be quick with this because it's trying to set up all the time
Is it?
in the minute we tip it.
right. So other towns on the coast make this?
I believe outside of Blackpool there's only one in Bridlington in the UK.
Really?
It can take up to 10 years to acquire all the hands-on skills required.
So there's not a name for a letter of rock? There's not a clever name?
Well, no,
Like a barrister is a copy person now. Yeah. A rockister.
Rock star, surely.
we're known as sugar boilers,
Sugar boilers.
and as soon as you can do it all, you're known as the first-hand sugar boiler.
That's Joe with one of the very few machines they use here. Tim's turn now.
So what are we doing here then?
So we're going to make the letters. We're going to do Margie and Tim.
Oh, wow, this is the intricate bit, isn't it?
I wonder what the demand might be for those.
Has the method of making the lettering changed much?
Not at all. It's always been done like that.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Do you do special commissions for your rock as well?
We do, yeah. We do promotional rock for companies and,
Oh, right,
of course,
okay.
weddings as well and that sort of thing.
Still not exactly clear how it's going to turn out, though, is it?
It just looks like a barcode.
It does, it does.
Now, for the even more handmade part of the process.
I can kind of see how it's coming together now.
Yeah.
I still don't quite understand how it'll be small, but...
All will be revealed, no doubt.
Right, and then we're plopping it straight in there. Good luck, Margie and Tim.
It's ready to be heated and shaped next. Should look a bit more like rock very soon.
Look at that. I can see where we're going with this now.
Yeah.
I'm still a bit sceptical about the Tim and Margie, but
Yeah,
I do
once
trust
we're
you.
into it.
So how many sticks of rock are we looking at here when this is all done?
This is quite a small batch, so there'll be about 300.
That's still an awful lot of Margie and Tim's to shift.
Oh, that looks amazing. Can't believe you've done that, Tony. You're very clever.
They all are. That's Sue cutting the sticks up, and Caroline's in charge of wrapping.
Tuck it under there,
Yeah,
roll it,
yeah. Stick the label in.
and twist.
Flipping no.
Look at that. Ta-da! How many of these do you crack through in a day?
Thousands.
Really?
Yeah.
That's it, tuck it under.
Get that?
Yeah, good. Roll, roll, roll. Yes.
Hey!
Immortalised in rock. Time for the best bit.
I've been looking forward to this. And look, Margie and Tim.
What a memory.
Who would have thought our names would be in rock?
I know.
Do you reckon we're going to get a bit hyperactive?
Definitely. And on that note, shall we move on?
Hmm.
Because it's getting a bit chilly.
It is a bit chilly. Come on. Let's go and warm our cockles.
Yeah, lads. I wouldn't mind a cockle. Do you like cockles?
I do, actually.
I do. Bit of vinegar.
Savoury after sweet. Nighty-night. Next day finds our rockers rolling along just fine.
Are you enjoying this brilliant pickup truck / fire engine?
Yeah, it's great. And the steering wheel, I feel like a bus driver. Yeah, and have them quick.
Oh, that's the original fire bell.
It sounds like a bus stop.
Ding dong. There was only one designated shopping halt yesterday at the seaside, where Margie grabbed an Egyptian revival watch fob and a silver-plated lemon squeezer, as you do,
What a handy little item. I bet it still works today.
which leaves her £120 in pocket, while Tim picked up a very cheaply priced wall mirror,
I think that's an absolute bargain. I'm not going to haggle on that.
meaning he's barely made a dent in his funds, with 190 remaining. Although shopping wasn't all that they did yesterday, of course.
After our little shift, I've brought us a little souvenir.
With our name in it.
Yeah. Margie and Tim. Are you a souvenir buyer when you're on holiday?
Not really.
I look out for the local antique shops and I always pop in and I always take something home.
Do people send postcards anymore?
I don't know, actually.
Sounds like I shouldn't get my hopes up for a nice picture of a donkey from these two. They could always purchase a postcard when venturing further into Lancashire, though. First stop being Longridge, in the Ribble Valley, where Tim, having been deposited by his chum, will be mostly rummaging at Berry Antiques and Interiors.
Ooh, this is very nice. Ooh, nice and warm.
Got the whole place to himself. Aside from the proprietor, of course.
Ellie, hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. You
And
have a
you.
lovely shop.
Oh, thank you.
And as you can see, I've already got stuck in, but there's so much to see.
yes. Well, I hope you can find something that you do like.
I'm sure I will. I'll get rooting around.
Lovely.
Thank you very much.
Okay, great.
I'll see you later on.
Yes, thank you.
And he'll have £190 in his pocket whilst doing said routing, remember?
Oh, these are very, very sweet. They're a pair of little clogs, probably early 20th century, I would think. Oh, and look at that on the bottom. Somebody has written their details of who they belong to. So we've got what looks like a name of Fred, and I can read Rochdale there, and it says June 1930. And it's amazing to think that maybe these haven't travelled very far from when they were first made and owned.
Just over 30 miles.
I think that's a wonderful thing with antiques, when you can actually pin them to a real human being that lived over 100 years ago. £65, oh, that is tempting. But I need to go with my head as well as my heart.
Sounds like thanks, but no thanks. Anything a bit more likely?
Oh, look, you can tell what this is a mile off. And we've all heard of that name, Clarice Cliff, haven't we? And this is a very sweet little egg cup, but it's unfortunately on its own, isn't it? It would have been part of a set, probably a big service. And it's got this very simple, understated design of the greens and the brown. But I think with Clarice Cliff, it's one of those names that everybody wants to own. Date-wise, I would imagine probably 1930s, around that sort of time. Clarice Cliff really came to stardom, I suppose, in the 1920s onwards, when she came up with some really out-there designs, really bizarre and jazzy. And she ended up being one of the leading figures in Newport pottery.
Based in the town of Burslem.
So I think in auction, if you took just one little egg cup, somebody there would want to take home Clarice Cliff. I could own this right now for £12. And actually, that's quite a nice piece of history.
That's one in the bag. Now, with her Margie and her fire bell,
It's not there, it's there. Easy peasy, this vehicle.
she is having fun.
I wonder what Tim's up to today. Having a good old rooty toot. Bet he's found something good. It's lovely to see Tim again. It's a lovely chap. We never stop talking. We get on really well. And it's nice to be together again on the road. How lucky am I?
Quite. Margie's currently en route to her next shopping destination in the Pennine town of Accrington, also known as Aki, the home of some of the toughest bricks in the world. They were used for both the Blackpool Tower and the Empire State Building. And there she goes, at Accrington Antiques.
Good morning.
Oh, hi. How are you doing?
I'm very well. How are you?
Oh, great. Lovely to see
here
you.
you are.
Oh, Joe.
I'm going to have a browse. Is that all right?
Brilliant. Thank you.
And having said hey to Joe, she can now set about spending some of the £120 at her disposal.
Oh, gosh, it's so heavy. God, that's heavy. Is that an electric guitar? Ooh, I'm going to scale it.
how to turn an absolute beginner into a maestra, although there is also work to be done here, as we know.
I'm not a porcelain person. I very rarely buy porcelain. And I'll show you the reason why. See, lovely. You see the reason why? Because it breaks. But what an adorable little set. Look at that. Typical 1930s Ainsley pottery, which is quite a well-known pottery. Isn't that the sweetest little trio? Little plate, saucer and cup. A set of 6. Unfortunately, the cup is broken. But I mean, these are so popular today. You know, all the tea shops and the little cake shops. You know, a variety of cups and saucers.
Now just 5. No price either.
How lovely. Looks sort of a graduated pattern of pretty flowers. Nice Ainsley mark on the bottom. Typically 1930s. But I think they're pretty enough to do okay, provided the price is right.
Not shaping up to be big spenders so far today, are they? What about back in Longridge, where the search has thus far yielded just a single Clarice Cliff egg cup and some clogs he won't be buying. Anything else?
Well, these are very stylish, aren't they? Look at those. Without even looking at the mark, you can tell that they're most likely Danish. Good bit of Danish design, that. I wonder if they're marked. Here we are. There's a mark there. Silver plate, Berg, Denmark. And Berg, very, very famous maker of mid-century modern silver-plated design. This one's quite a nice condition as well, I can see, and it's only priced at £18, which for a lovely bit of 1960s, 70s Danish design isn't a lot of money, is it? So I do wonder whether in an auction that would do quite well, because there's a lot of people out there looking for this type of stuff at the moment. So I'll pop that back, but I think that's probably one definitely for the bag, but it just depends on whether we can negotiate a bit, I think.
Brisk work, eh?
Ellie, is
Yes.
this where we go?
Yes, it is, and just watch the stairs.
Okay. Exciting.
He is a keen bean.
Ooh, it is steep. It's like climbing a ladder.
You were warned.
All over the place. Oh, look at that. That's wonderful. It's a Victorian or Edwardian child's or doll's bed. Obviously a toy, but it's beautifully made. It's made of oak. And you can see here the columns really nicely spun, turned. And actually the fabric, some of it, the mattress and the pillow certainly look like they might be late Victorian or early 20th century. Also, we've got the mattress under here. And look, it's even got a sprung base. So it's actually quite a nice collectible, really. And there's lots of people who would want to own something like this. There's people that collect miniature furniture, but there's also people that collect dolls. And when you've got dolls, they need beds, they need chairs, they need tables. So this is perfect. It says here £95. I think that might be worth a go. That is a big chunk of my budget. It's a bit of a risk, isn't it, 95? But I've got a couple of other things that I like downstairs. So I'm going to put this 4-poster bed under my arm. Don't think I've ever said that before, and see if we can do a deal.
Go steady. And don't forget to gird your loins.
Ellie, hello.
What have you found?
Never did I think I'd be negotiating on a 4-poster bed today. So. Now, I love this. I think it's wonderful, isn't it?
Yes.
And you've got 95 on that.
Good.
I have also found this rather nice Danish candelabra. You've got 18 on that.
Okay.
But thirdly, the Clarice Cliff egg cup. Very humble, but it's a bit of Clarice Cliff. So in total, that's 125. Do
Well,
you think there's some
there is movement,
if
yeah.
I buy them as a job lot?
Absolutely. I'll do the bed for 70 for you.
Okay.
15 on the candelabra and a tenner for the egg cup.
Thank you very much. You're very generous. Thank you very much.
Making £95 in total.
There we are.
Lovely. That's
Thank you
great.
very much
Thank
indeed.
you very much.
I'll see you again.
Yes.
Right, take my 4-poster bed and go.
Okay, yes. Hope you sleep well.
Thank you. Bye.
And he has 95 still remaining in the kitty. Take your time, Tim. Over to Aki now, where Margie spotted some post office scales in the window.
So, Joe,
Oh, Marge.
if I was to buy that, what sort of price is it? What have you got on it?
I'd be looking around £40.
Yes, which could be eased if I buy something else.
Yeah, I'm sure we can work around that.
Obviously, we could do with the weights, but they're not that difficult to find. It's Avery, which is a very, very old company, going back early 19th century.
Founded in the West Midlands.
It's got His little bun feet all still intact, which is good. When you think this is probably about 1880, so it's survived very well. And then you've got that little interesting little bit there, which I love that. That's got the red sealing wax. If I can just ease the price a bit, I think that's something I'm going to buy.
She already has her eye on those cups and saucers, of course. So, are we done?
Oh, look at this. Isn't that attractive? It's a pub barrel, late 19th, early 20th century. I don't eat gin. Well, we all know what gin is. I wonder if that is a particular kind of gin. Could it be Edinburgh gin? These are quite useful. They're made into lamps. Put a lampshade on it and you've got a rather attractive lamp base. I think there's a company called Lumley & Co. who make these in London. This is not marked at all. I can't see any marks on it. I love the colour of it. I just like it all together with all this decoration. Nicely pitted on the tap, the chrome tap, which I think makes it tip into the early 20th century. It's all complete. There's a tiny chip there, but not worry about that. I think I might try to buy that.
Another triple deal in prospect. Cocktail, you might even say.
Right,
Oh,
here
hi,
I
Marge.
am. Time to talk money. Got 3 items.
Yes.
You've got the scales, we got the gin barrel,
Oh, yes.
and we've got that little Ainsley set. So how much?
40 for the scales.
What does that become?
How about 30 for you?
Yes.
And
That's
then
all right.
again 40 for the gin barrel.
We'll ease that a bit to 30.
Yeah, no problem.
And then the Ainsley.
With the damage coat, £15.
Oh,
Bingo! Making 75 in total.
Brilliant.
and there you are.
Thank you
It's
very
been
much.
really nice to meet
Yeah,
you.
it's been lovely to meet you.
Huh, she'll have the rest sent on. £45 still left to spend. Now, hands up who knows which club this footballer played for. Also, one of the founder members of the Football League in 1888. Yep, the next step of their journey is to Preston. Boom town of the Industrial Revolution and proud possessor of some very interesting architecture, including this former cotton mill, now an antique centre. Where, although Margie will be along later, Tim gets first dibs. Still has enough cash too. He will definitely be spoilt for choice as to what to do with his £95 in here, however.
Wow, look at this. That is an absolute beast. This is known as an Armada chest. This one, I would imagine, probably dates to the 17th century. And classically, they were made in Germany, Nuremberg. And most often, if not every time, they have this beautiful, intricate mechanism at the top for locking the box. The term Armada box came from, I think, the Victorians, when they imagined the Spanish Armada ships full of boxes such as this, full of treasure.
And what's been salvaged from those vessels that perished does indicate they were carrying quite a bit of it.
What's nice about this one, and you don't see it every time, but the locking mechanism is covered by these beautifully engraved plates. And you've got figures here and an emblem in the middle. And I just think this is such a superb thing. Museum quality, isn't it? It's beautiful. You can imagine the treasures that were hidden in here over the years. There's an internal compartment in here as well that's also got a lock. So not only have you got to get through this massive mechanism at the back, there's also a strong box inside as well. What does the label say? Well, unfortunately, it's basically £9,500 outside my budget. So I think we'll leave it, obviously. But what a stunning thing. Look at that.
Indeed. And there's absolutely no chance that newly arrived Margie will snap it up either, mind, considering she's down to her last £45. Giddy up, Margie. Although she does, of course, already have 5 lots ready for the auction.
Could buy another item. Don't really want to. I'd rather find the missing bits of the things I bought. So if I could find some weights, that'd do me nicely.
Sounds like a plan. Ah, Tim gets to drive.
Oh dear, that's a sad sight.
Oh, hello. Fancy bumping into you.
Very good, I love it.
I wonder how much it is.
I don't know. I reckon it's probably out of our budget, isn't it?
Yeah, good fun though, aren't they?
This place is absolutely
I know,
massive, isn't it?
full of gorgeous stuff.
It is beautiful.
Shall we carry on?
Yeah.
Rude not to. Because there's plenty to see, even if it's only window shopping for some.
Majolica jugs. Gosh, never seen anything like it. With spoons for handles.
£300 though, Margie. Grrr. Tim's the one with the slightly more pressing need and plenty of cash.
Well, they look very smart, don't they? Got a set of 12 spoons. Look like teaspoons. Beautifully decorated. It's known as bright cut decoration, where the detail is chased into the actual silver. And looking at them, they do look like silver. They're in a lovely fitted case. And I can see here there's a French assay mark. It's Minerva's head facing right, and that indicates that it's silver. I'd say it's not particularly standard to find a nice original cased set of 12 spoons, because looking at the case and looking at the spoons, I would say date-wise we're probably looking at around 1850 to 1870. So that's quite a long time, isn't it, for 12 spoons to stay together their whole lives in their original box. And it's a beautiful box. Look, it's red leather with gilt tooled decoration. And on the top, it's got the retailer's stamp in the lid of the box, Lille in France. Really nice. I wonder how much. Spoons, £35. That seems like an absolute bargain to me. 35 for a set of 12 silver spoons. I don't think I'm going to argue with that. I think I'll just buy them. Very happy.
Altogether, an easy sell for the woman in charge.
Emma, hello.
Hiya.
Hi. I've had a good look round and I have found this rather lovely set of 12 spoons in its fitted case. Aren't they lovely?
They're beautiful.
Yeah. Priced at 35, which I think is perfectly reasonable. So can I give you the £35?
You certainly
Thank you very
can.
much.
Thank you.
See you later.
Bye.
£60 unspent. Now, those are just what Margie's been seeking.
Ah, look. Weights. I wonder if they'll fit. Look, you got the whole set there. You got a pound, 8 ounces, 4, 2, 1. Cute, aren't they?
She can add them to her weighty purchase.
It's hard to find the postal scales, but you find loads of the brass weights. You know, they're always, because they're quite good paperweights for a desk. But that's a complete set. So I would need to know how much they are, actually, because I don't want to inflate the price of the scales too much. But they look beautiful, all cleaned up.
Don't we all, Margie, eh?
Just the man. Martin.
Hello.
Right, so I bought some postal scales earlier in another shop.
Yes.
Some of the weights were missing. So I found this set.
Yes.
How much can they be?
Cash, 20 quid.
Ah, that's fine.
Making the scales with weight, now 50.
There you are.
Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
See you again.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And so Margie departs with just £25 left.
still life.
And Tim, of course. And now for the auction, where that old competitiveness might just reassert itself.
I've got my work cut out. I feel like I don't want it to be 2-0. So watch out, Margie. I'm winning
You've
this
got
one.
that look in your eye.
Shut them first, though, eh? Night-night. And so they arrive in Starbridge, on the southwestern edge of the Black Country. Having shopped from Blackpool to Preston, before bringing it all to the West Midlands and Fielding's Auctioneers, where they'll be selling in the room, on the net and on the phone, with Will Farmer on the podium. Thoroughly good egg.
When you've been on a buying trip, it seems weird to then come to the auction and let it all go.
Yeah. Good luck, mate.
You too, mate.
Oh, feisty. Margie spent £175 on 5 auction lots. Any standouts amongst them, Will?
The Egyptian Revival fob, I think, is a really fabulous thing. I think it's one of the best things out of this little group of objects. It's got that wonderful appeal, that Art Deco look, and the enamel is fantastic. I think this will do well today.
Tim parted with a little bit less, 140 on his 5 offerings.
The convex mirror is just a smart decorator's lot. It's that term we hear all the time. I think very much on trend at the moment, very much in terms of its style, it's absolutely spot on. I think as long as not a great deal was paid for it, we're going to see a profit there.
Pip, pip. And here's our lot, ready for their close-ups.
Remind me again, who won last time?
When we were on the road together.
Yeah.
Was it me? I can't remember. No, it was you, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I could never forget.
Time for a new story. And Margie goes first, the auctioneer's choice.
I have to say, I don't think it's the best quality, but it does scream Egyptian revival, doesn't
Yeah,
it? So
It's a bit different.
it is. It's good to be different, isn't it?
We've got a £10 opener back to me in my bids. I'm actually at £25. 25, 30 a challenge. Back to me at 35 on commission.
Look, my legs going.
35 on commission, I'm bid. At 35, 40 on, 40
Well
I'm bid,
done.
45
Well
on
done.
commission.
I look so
45
pretty.
I'm bid, 50 I'm out.
Oh,
50
Margie,
pounds
well
I'm bid.
done.
50 pounds. 50 pounds. Any other
That's
interest?
brilliant.
Good start.
Well done.
Gavel aloft then and selling away at 50 pounds.
That's amazing. Well done. Good spot.
And a very nice way to get the ball rolling.
Coffees are on me.
They are. I'll hold you to that. Well done. I'm very impressed.
Tim's turn, his convex mirror. Another profit, surely.
Convex mirrors are quite fashionable.
Are they?
Yeah, they are now.
And how much did you pay for it?
It was quite a lot.
Yeah?
10 quid.
It could go for a fiver.
Where should we be? £5 to get me underway. Good little lot this at £5, surely.
£5.
£5 I'm bid straight in. Is there a challenge?
One.
A
Just
challenge
needs
will be
someone
good.
else.
Is there 10
Oh,
anywhere
don't be
else?
£5.
Otherwise, on a maiden bid at 5, that
Oh,
can be,
no.
and that's all it needs to be.
Margie.
Is there 10? 10 comes through. Don't lose it for one more. 15 they're back. 20 if you will. Let the battle continue.
Oh, I was worried
Is there
then.
£20? Surely one more. Don't lose it. Otherwise, at £15, that original bidder is still holding it there.
Well, it's a slim
Gavel
profit,
aloft
but it's a
then at
profit.
£15. We'll take this one away at 15. Two
Go
more.
on.
Well
I'm
done.
happy with that.
Two.
And everyone's a winner so far.
Profit.
5 is a fiver.
5 is a fiver.
Oh, yes, indeed. With Margie's lemon squeezer the next to run the gauntlet.
I think this lemon squeeze is unusual.
It certainly is. I think it's an off-the-wall purchase, which might do well.
I've got an opening bid there of £10 straight in. £10 I'm bid. At
Oh,
£10,
Margie.
£15 with me. £15 with me. 20 now on the sale.
Got a long way to go.
What did you
£20
pay?
I'm out.
45.
Commission bids out. £20 I'm bid. 5 anywhere else. 25 on the
Bidder
front
in the
row.
room.
Bidder in the
25, 30 if you're coming back. They do. 35.
Come on, you got to
One
squeeze
more.
your
Don't
lemon
lose it.
somehow.
30,
Get your
35.
lemon
They're
squeeze,
back at
love.
40 and 5. You never knew you wanted one till now. It's £40 and 5, will you? You're still thinking, but at £40, we'll take it. £40 to buy a
Darn it.
7386.
First loss of the day, though. Only a tiddler.
Have you got a sour look on your face after that? Or not? No. You look like you've been sucking on a lemon.
All right. We've had enough of that.
Time for bed, as they used to say on the Magic Roundabout. Also, Tim's biggest spend.
I bought a four-poster bed.
Really?
Yeah. It's only this big.
Oh, a miniature. A doll's.
Yeah.
I have multiple bids and interests, and I have to open at £70.
Wow.
Takes out the underbid is 75, a challenge back to me on commission at 80.
Well done.
85 online and with me at 90. 95 and back to me at
Look, it's fab. You lucky thing.
Who's going to take the challenge at 110? It's on commission with me at £100.
I'm happy with £100.
Either of you, I'll give you
£30 profit that would be.
Absolutely
with me
gorgeous.
at 100. Done in the room and online. That goes to buy.
I'm very happy.
Well done.
Tim splashed out, and it paid off.
I feel like I need to go to bed now.
Margie's scales and added weights are under the hammer now.
Straight in at 20. £20 gets me into at £20. Any challenge at 25. 25. Back to me on commission at 30. My bid at 35, if you will. Right to reply.
Oh, dear.
I'm out. It's now online at £35.
Oh, Margie.
Is there a challenge of 40 anywhere else? Internet's
He's
quiet.
working
Internet
hard.
holds at
Oh,
£35.
yeah.
Gavel is aloft and I will sell.
Not nice losing, is it? Being a loser.
I know how that feels, Margie.
We all do. Don't let it weigh you down, though.
On balance.
On balance.
That was my fault.
You should have left it in the shop.
Let's have Tim's Danish candelabra now. Bought for not very much money.
Look at that. I think it looks
Can't
great.
lose. You can't lose.
I have to open at £25. Yes. Straight in at 25, takes out my bid at £25. Commission bids close packed at 25. 30 if you will, 30 a new bidder takes out the second commission bidder.
Double G
We're
money.
now online at £30.
I like a double up
£30 I
situation.
bid, 5 anywhere else, in the room or online on any platform. Gavel aloft then takes this one home at £30 it will be.
I'm very happy. A double money situation.
You're flying, you little monkey.
Oh, he is. No losses yet.
Oh, I love you, Margie.
And her booze repository is next.
I bought a gin barrel.
Is it full? Not anymore.
No, they make nice lamp bases.
Do they?
It's well, yeah.
Do they?
Who's going to make that challenge? Straight in, £20 on bid. Thank you, £20 on bid. Is there 5? Any other gin lovers out there?
20 quid.
Otherwise, at £20, that maiden bid will take it at 20 and 5.
I wonder if it had done
floor.
better if it was
Are
brandy.
we all sure?
Do you think gin's had its day?
£20 it will be.
Oh, no. I'm getting depressed now.
Oh, don't.
There's still time, Margie. Gin up.
Scraped the barrel there, haven't I?
Very good.
On a slightly smaller scale, Tim's Clarice Cliff Egg Cup.
I have a boiled egg every morning.
Do you?
Yeah.
I make a cracking poached egg.
Do you?
Yeah.
£10 on commission and 5 anywhere else.
Oh, look.
£10. It's a mod. 15 takes out my commission bidder. 15, 20 in the room. £20 in the room. Your breakfast will never look better.
They want to take a bit of Clarice home.
25,
That's it, you're right, yeah.
Come on, sir, you need it. Sorry.
£25 and I will sell at £25.
Is that where I say excellent?
It's all going well
Good
for
effort.
Mr. Medhurst.
With Margie's cup and saucer set to follow, her last lot.
I'm straight in at £15 bid.
Well, we're all right.
That's all right, then. You're in the money
Yes.
here, Margie.
20 now takes out my commission
Well
at
done.
£20
So
on the
pretty.
sell.
That.
£20 I'm bid and 5 anywhere else, if you will. Of
It's weird, I
£20.
quite like
Sarah
anything
will
breakable.
take this away at £20.
Relief.
What was it they said earlier? A fiver is a fiver.
It illustrates that you can buy chinaware in auction to
Yeah.
use at home.
Yeah.
So much
cheaply.
cheaper
Yeah.
than buying something in a high
Yeah.
street shop.
Finally, Tim's silver spoons with box.
These should go for 100 quid.
I'll take it.
Who'll stop me at £30 for these? Who's going to get me underway at £30? 45 is even better. 45 I'm bid, straight in. Clears out the
Well,
auto
lot more
bids
than
there.
that.
We're
They
at
are,
45. 50 the challenge if anyone wants to
Lovely
take it.
box, but
Otherwise, at
That
40,
seems reasonable.
Very
auto
surprised.
bids and we're at £45 and selling.
I thought they'd make more.
I'm
I thought I
surprised.
might double my money
They're
on those.
cracking.
They are, and someone has done well to acquire them.
5 profits you've just had.
Have I?
Yeah.
I think that's what you call a white glove sale, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Shall we go?
Shall we? That was fun. Come on.
Fun for someone, maybe not Margie though, who, after auction costs, made a little bit of a loss of £29.80. While Tim, also with sale room fees deducted, made a rather nice profit of £49.20. So he takes a 1-0 lead in our best of 5. Well done. The overall profit at the end of the week will go to children in need.
After you.
Ah, in a joyous mood.
At last, I beat Margie.
Don't get cocky. Still 4 to go. Next on Antiques Road Trip,
I think it's much more fun to be a baddie than a goodie.
we enjoy the good,
It's got the look. It's enamel.
the bad,
Quite uncomfortable, actually.
and the needy.
You got any money?
There we are. That's everything I've got.
Oh,